Hi guys, welcome back. This is episode 2 where I'll be reviewing none other than the Origami paper crane, of course. Today we're going to be talking about how a paper crane, even though it's a traditional model, you can make it look differently based on how you finish off the model. So the way I usually like to do it is I will make the body look kind of three-dimensional. So I like to have the body kind of like inflated like this. That's the way I do it so that it looks good from every angle. So I like that. You can also just fold the wings down straight to have a more traditional look. You can curve the wings, or you can make a flapping bird, which is neat. It's especially neat for kids because you pull the tail and the wings go up and down. So it's a lot of fun. Since origami is all about symmetry and angles, it's important that when you fold your paper, you try to bring the edges close together. You want to make sure everything's even. Because in the end, if you don't do that, your bird will turn out a little lopsided. A wing will go up this way, another wing down that way, the tail will stick out sideways, the head will be pointing the wrong direction. So all those things can be avoided by going through the steps at the beginning correctly. Even me, I've folded thousands of cranes in my lifetime, and sometimes they still turn out a little funny, so it happens. Every time you fold a paper crane, you also practice folding the bird base, which is one of the traditional bases in origami that help you fold other models. A lot of things begin with the bird base. So we're going to fold a traditional paper crane out of this red sheet of paper. So when you start, you want to make sure that the edges are flush. So you notice right now that there is a line of white. You don't want to do that, or you don't want to go too far over so that it's white on the other side. You want to make it so that it's perfectly flush and lined up like that. And then you slide over here and you pinch till you get the midway point, flip over the paper, and do the same thing. Line it up so it's flush, pinch to the center. So now we have to fold the sides to the center crease, but what you have to notice is that you don't fold all the way to the center crease. You don't want to go over it like that. You don't want to cross over the center crease, but you also don't really want to reach it. You want to leave a little tiny gap, like maybe 1 millimeter of space in the center. So you see that? There's a little space, and neither side actually touches the center crease. Now, because we never folded to the center crease, you'll notice that there's a white line down the center of the wings, and that's fine. You also notice that over here, you can see the white. There's a space in here, and as you fold these to the center, you also don't go exactly all the way to the middle. So you notice I didn't fold all the way to the center. The reason we don't fold all the way to the center is that when you do this reverse fold here, if you had folded all the way to the center, the paper would bunch up right here down the center, and you wouldn't be able to properly close up the neck or the tail. See? Now you choose the head versus the tail. So to choose which side is going to be the head versus the tail, you pick the one that doesn't look quite as perfect. So you look at the one that maybe has, you see this side over here? It's not a perfect little line. You have a bit of an angle right here. So that's the one I'm going to choose for the head. And there you go. There you have the paper crane. The way I like to open it is like this. So I like to have it look like it's inflated. Now you see these parts here that didn't open up properly, these little indentations. What you do is you take a needle, not the sharp end, but the dull end where you put the thread, and you put the needle through the hole at the bottom of the crane, and you kind of use it to poke, and you pop up these parts here so that it has a perfectly rounded top. Now we'll do the more traditional style. To make a more traditional paper crane, you want the head and the tail to go up like that. And then you fold the wings down like that. Now to make a bird with curved wings, you can use your fingers. You can curve the wings with your fingers, or you can use something rounded like a pen or a pencil and just roll it underneath the wings. And then your bird would have curved wings. Now to make a flapping crane, go back to this step here. You would never make this fold here on the tail. You wouldn't narrow the tail, you just leave it wide. And then when you reverse fold it, you point it back like that. Okay. And then the wings would be folded down at an angle instead of straight across, like before. So now you have your flapping crane. And to make him flap, you pinch here at the base of the neck, and you hold on there, and then you tug the tip of the tail. Now origami paper is not the best for these because it's kind of thin. So you might want to use like a printer paper, something a little heavier for this, because it'll probably rip right here when I pull the tail. Well, sometimes it doesn't. There you go. And you have your flapping crane. Now that you've folded your paper crane, what are you going to do with it? That is the question. This is a question I struggled with for years because I loved folding cranes. I never knew what to do with them. I didn't know where to put them. They would just collect dust. I like putting my paper cranes into mobiles. Can you tell? But you can do a lot of things. You can make ornaments out of them. You could string them up, so you can make a garland out of them, hang up a whole bunch of garlands and make a backdrop for an event, or just a decoration on your wall, or just hang them from the ceiling of a room. You can give them as gifts. You can use them to decorate packages. If you do decide to fold 1,000 paper cranes for luck, you can put them inside of a shadow box. The tradition of folding 1,000 paper cranes can often be incorporated into weddings. So a bride and groom and maybe their bridal party and their family and friends will fold 1,000 paper cranes. Well, what do you do with these cranes when you're done? Another tradition has come about where they take, not necessarily the bride and groom, but someone else can do it for them, but you take those 1,000 paper cranes and you put them on a black background and you create an image with them. So you can make an image of paper cranes or an image of koi fish, and these images are used as decorations at the wedding, and then the couple can keep that picture, and it can also be given as a gift when someone has a birthday or there's an anniversary. There is an artist named Christian M. And I can't pronounce his last name, so I'm not even going to try, but you can find his information in the description below. He decided to fold one paper crane every single day that kind of represented what his day was about. And his Instagram is absolutely amazing. You guys have got to see it. Thanks for watching my episode today. I hope you enjoyed it and that you come back next time. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment if you have any questions about the episode, if you have any questions about my work in general, or if there's a model that you'd like to see me review in the future. The episode notes are found in the description below, so be sure to check that out. You can find instructions for the origami paper crane. You can also find more information about the art and artists that I mentioned in today's episode. Thanks for watching, everyone. I will see you next time when I'll be reviewing another model. Will it be the octopus? I'm not sure, maybe. You'll have to tune in to find out. Bye. Episode 2, where we will we're going to show you I'm going to show you. Okay. Paper crane carefully. We're going to, why do I keep saying we? You can give them to gifts. Give them as gifts. I'm one person. Do you see another person here? No, just me. Okay, sorry. Is that enough? Is that enough?